Hey, what's up everyone? Yesterday 343 did a season 4 showcase stream where they basically showed off all the new content coming to season 4. I wanted to break it all down in today's video because, to be honest with you, season 4 is looking like the best season yet. We've definitely never heard me say that before, but for real, season 4 is looking amazing. So I wanted to kind of share all of the information with all of you. Maybe you haven't played the game for a while or you haven't paid too much attention. This is the video that will fill you in with all the details. So we're going to jump straight into it. What is actually coming to season 4? Well, there are two new maps coming at launch. Scar is a brand new big team battle banished themed map that looks absolutely fantastic. And Forest is a beautiful Delta Halo kind of vibey foresty map, which looks also very, very beautiful. 343 seem to finally have kind of got into their rhythm with making pretty maps. Say what you will about the other previous 343 Halo games, but in my opinion, they always knew how to make a very pretty map. Halo 4 BTB especially is just chef's kisses. And also, we can't forget that Plaza is coming later on in season 4. They said somewhat early in season 4, but we don't have a confirmed date for it yet, so hopefully we won't have to wait too long for two new arena maps. There are two new pieces of equipment, the Quantum Translocator and the Threat Seeker. So the Quantum Translocator is looking to be absolutely insane. This will allow you to teleport between spots on the map, but this isn't going to be just a normal piece of equipment like the grapple or something. This is going to be in place of the camo or the overshield. So this is going to be a very big pickup that you're going to want to control on the map. But they did say something really exciting about it that my friend Mimplitz is going to be very, very interested in. It's going to keep your momentum whenever you teleport. So I can't even imagine what he's going to be able to pull off, and I'm going to try and replicate and probably do a terrible job of. And then the Threat Seeker is the other piece of equipment. This is more competitive focused. Obviously, the threat sensor already exists, but the difference is Threat Seeker, you fire that once, it'll bounce, and then it will send out a pulse, a radar, and everyone that is within its line of sight will be kind of indicated to the person that fired it. So people are kind of thinking, is this some kind of wall hack? Well, no, you have to be in the line of sight of the Threat Seeker for you to be alerted by it. So you can't be hiding around a wall and then be found out. As long as you're, in cover or hidden away from it, it won't find you. Next up, we got the Hazmat core. We have a brand new core coming in this season. Obviously, the theming of it makes sense. Hazmat, it's the infection season. Hazmat is obviously being used to protect the Spartan inside from any potential threats. They actually did give a lore breakdown of why the Hazmat core exists, which is pretty cool. Apparently, this Mjolnir armor has better cyber security or something like that against, whatever cyber attacks may happen. They don't necessarily have to put lore on it. If they just said it looks cool, I would have been happy enough. But honestly, I wasn't too sure if I would like this core too much, but they showed it off and showed some of the helmets and attachments coming for it, and I am a big fan. The Hazmat core actually might be one of my favorites, which I was not expecting. Keeping along with the customization, we have weapon models coming in season 4. This is going to take customization of weapons to a whole different level. We've already seen some of the BR models and the assault rifle models, but we also got a look at the Bulldog, which is getting a new one, which looks very, very nice in my opinion. So hopefully they have a ton of these sprinkled throughout the season during events and stuff like that. Speaking of events, they mentioned that there are going to be 5 events during this season. So bring me more of that Yoroi goodness. Yoroi has all the potential of being my favorite core overall. Just a few more little things and I will be very happy. Now moving on to the progression system. The military rank progression system is finally landing here. Day 1 of season 4. The road to hero begins. I have made the decision I'm going to try and get to hero. I got 152 in Halo 5, so I've already done this kind of grind before. I understand the amount of work and time that it requires, but it's nice to have a goal. It's nice to have something to work towards, and a little part in the back of my brain is secretly hoping that 343 adds some kind of awesome reward for getting to hero, so I want to be one of the first people to get it. So make sure you follow me over on my live stream where I'll be live streaming the entire journey. But besides the progression system, we're also getting a brand new 100 tier battle pass. In my opinion, this is the best battle pass yet. It just is filled with so many nice items, like the new kill effect at level 25. Infection fans are going to be a huge fan of that. I think that'll really add to the overall experience of infection. And then at tier 100, we get the new Bulldog model. So this entire battle pass is full of goodies that I cannot wait to unlock. They mentioned that maps are going to be slightly adjusted for infection. I actually got to try infection at HCS DreamHack, which was a couple weeks ago. They had some season 4 setups where I got to try infection. I also got to play on forest. I can say both are very, very fun. Forest, as I said earlier, is beautiful. I can attest to that for myself. And infection is very, very fun. The best way I can describe it is if you enjoyed the fast-paced infection of Halo 5, you'll really enjoy this one. Because for me, fast-paced infection is the absolute best way to play it. So the way the maps have been adjusted is, for example, on streets, some of the back alleys have been opened up. Aquarius has a cool bottom middle section that was never available to get into before. Behemoth has some cool hallways on either side that we couldn't access before. So on every map, there's like a secret location that was just waiting to be opened up. So maybe they were waiting for infection or just the right time to do that, but now is better than ever. And they also showed off some infection gameplay, so you know, I can see it for yourself. It has a cool overlay on the HUD. The sword looks amazing. So what do you guys think of infection based solely off this gameplay? Are you excited for it, or you're not really an infection kind of player? But if you're not an infection player, that's fine, as Ranked Slayer is finally coming to Halo Infinite. Ranked Slayer is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be Bandit and AR starts, which is very, very odd, but I'm also very excited. I love the Bandit personally. I think it's a very high skill ceiling weapon, so I'm all for having this in a ranked environment. I actually think I will be grinding Ranked Slayer quite a lot. And they also mentioned that rotational ranked playlists are going to be around for 1 month instead of, I think, previously 2 weeks. So in my opinion, this is a very nice change. I never felt motivated to play a ranked playlist that was going to be there for 2 weeks. So for a month, grind that and have fun with it. If you're someone that enjoys playing ranked a lot, then this will be very interesting to you. 343 have finally added a leaderboard to Halo Waypoint, so you can now go on the Waypoint website and look at a leaderboard to see where you stack up against the rest of the community. And it's active right now, so you can go and check and see where you are on the leaderboard. I won't mention where I'm at, as I'm fairly low, but I also don't play that much ranked, so I don't feel too bad. Maybe with season 4, maybe that grind for number 1. Let's be real, that's never happening, but you never know. This change that they mentioned, I think, went under the radar of a lot of people, but I want to kind of really put focus on it because this is a big deal. They have now separated campaign and multiplayer's code bases, so they are separate. One thing does not adjust the other. To give you an example, whenever they make a change to multiplayer, say they adjust the BR in some way, they now don't have to test the entire campaign to make sure this change does not break the flow of the campaign. This is going to significantly reduce testing time, so updates are going to be able to come out faster. They're going to be able to add new content quicker, as I said, because they're not going to have to test the campaign to make sure it hasn't broken it in some way. I really wish this was how it was day one, because this would have led to updates coming out a lot faster, but better late than never. This is a absolutely massive change that we're going to feel the effects of big time moving forward. Talking about campaign, this one actually surprised me because I thought campaign would never be touched again, but they've added a way to be able to track whether you have completed a mission on Lasso or not. So if you're someone who has lost their mind and you're trying to get that Lasso achievement, you can now see if you've completed a mission on Lasso or not. So you don't have to go around in circles wondering what you've already completed. There's a way to actually check in game now. And for me, this is great. I've not started Lasso yet, but I plan on doing it very, very soon. So nice to have this little extra feature in the campaign. This one is pretty exciting. They have updated the store's UI. It's not exciting because it means I get to buy more stuff. It's exciting because it means they are actually working on the game's UI, which in my opinion still needs a lot of work. For example, the way the playlists are displayed right now is very ugly to me. It might be functional, but I'm not a fan whatsoever. So the new store does look pretty fresh. It looks pretty clean. So hopefully they can take this direction and put it into the rest of the game. So it's a really, really good start. Now this is a pretty minor one, but the legacy zoom toggle, if you have no idea what that means, I'll quickly break it down. Currently in Halo Infinite, if you double zoom with your sniper and then you YY to switch weapons and switch back to your sniper and then go down your scope again, it'll still be zoomed all the way down. This can be incredibly frustrating. The amount of times that I've done this and re-zoomed past my target's head and completely missed is beyond frustrating. But now they're adding a legacy zoom toggle, so whenever you YY, it'll reset your scope. You're not going to be zoomed all the way in, which honestly, it sounds minor, but this is going to make a massive difference to the game whenever it comes to sniping. I also think this will affect any weapon with a double zoom, so I'm a big fan. And to end things off, they have some big Forge updates. The biggest one, in my opinion, placeable water. So you can now, for the first time ever in Forge, place down your own water plane, and they showed this off in the showcase, and it looks absolutely fantastic. It is a static plane right now, which means whenever you shoot it, it won't interact. There won't be any splashes or anything, but they did mention that this is something they're going to work on and bring into the game at a later stage, which I'm assuming is season 5, but the sooner the better. But this is going to be absolutely massive for Forgers trying to art up their map. It's going to really add a whole different dimension of aesthetic to Forge maps that we've never seen before. Forgers have always done a really good job of kind of doing their own kind of hacky water where it doesn't look perfect, but they try their best. Instead of doing that, they have proper water to work with now. And people have made scripts for, splash effects that you can add to the water if you really want. So there are workarounds that people can do. Next up, the minigame mode. So this one is a big deal. So with the minigame mode, you can now have a ball or a bomb or a flag all in your map all at the same time. For example, you're going to be able to make Griff Ball, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Or another bigger example is potentially Invasion. These big modes are going to now be possible, which is very, very exciting. And down the line, whenever AI is added to the game, which I think is probably going to come in season 5, Warzone is gonna be able to be remade. For example, you have 3 bases, they all have their own zones to capture. You can have AI, and if you kill the AI, it gives you points. So all these different objectives on the maps, you're gonna be able to make the ultimate game mode, and I'm so excited to see what the community create. We're truly entering into a really exciting era of Halo Infinite, and it's about damn time. Scalable FX is coming to Forge, as the name goes. Very simple. If there's a piece of FX that you like but you want it to be a little bit bigger, you can now scale it to your heart's content, and they showed this off in the showcase. Looks really good, doesn't seem to degrade the quality whatsoever. So again, this will just really help out Forgers with the optimal look for their maps. Now I can breathe. That's basically everything coming to season 4. There's obviously bug fixes and quality of life fixes coming to the game, so whenever those are revealed on launch day, I will make a video going over all of those fixes for you here in a YouTube video. But this might sound crazy, it might be a hot take, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I feel like Halo Infinite is finally content complete. In my opinion, obviously everyone has a different opinion of what content completion actually is, but I feel like this is finally where Halo Infinite should have launched. It now has all the content that I personally would have been happy with on launch day. If you agree with me, let me know down in the comments. If you disagree, let me know what else you think is needed for the game to be considered complete. I'm definitely in the camp that I think some kind of PvE mode is very, very much required. So hopefully whenever AI is brought into the game of Forge, it comes out with some cool PvE mode to come along with it. A firefight in Halo Infinite would be an absolute blast. So fingers crossed they can make that happen. But it seems like Halo Infinite is finally complete and going on from season 4 into the future. Really the unknown. We really do not know what's going to be added to the game next. It's kind of an open book now in terms of what new content they can add to the game, and I am very, very excited to see what they can do. Hopefully they can nail down the networking issues, as that is probably the biggest issue with the game as of right now. So once they get that sorted, Halo Infinite will be in a very, very good spot. But let me know what you guys think of season 4. Are you excited to hop in? Are you going to check out the game again after maybe not playing it for a while? Give me all your thoughts down below. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're brand new, and I'll catch you in season 4.
Bye.